Well, let's see. Let's start. We're already with a blooper right here. And we're just going to hide this and welcome
There we
to another
are.
welcome to another show of Token and Tacos. I'm your co-host Enrique El Presidente, and with me I have the one and only, the recovering. I hear he's recovering from what was it?
Yeah,
Bad tacos?
that was bad tacos. Oh, that was some bad tacos. Yeah, yeah. It hit me pretty quick too. I mean, we just I was munching on them on the screen just 1 minute, and then 5-10 minutes later, I was just down and out, not feeling. It was awful. It
Dude,
was
it's
awful.
when you get the runs, you get them from any place, dude. And that
I
taco, by the
know.
way, and we're talking about Safe Moon Max, you bunch of bastardos. That's all I'm gonna
Right.
say.
Right.
But it's done.
Yep.
It's done. Our audience has been warned. These guys were a rug, but we're not here to talk about her. We're
No.
here
No.
to talk about an awesome token.
Yeah, so when you're actually having, when you have an upset stomach and stuff, they actually tell you should eat some bread. That should help.
That is that. This
Yeah,
is why you make the billions of dollars that you make.
I know.
You eat
I know.
bread.
I make so much money. Yeah, I'm making so much dough. I make a lot of dough. That's about it.
We're making a lot, and we make a lot done, and we're talking about CatBread. CatBread is an alternative coin that we're watching here at Tokens and Tacos because they have some unique things. And as you know, our audience, we talked about if you're going to buy some alternative cryptocurrency, it has to have a purpose. But
And don't listen to us about it though.
before we even talk
Yeah,
anything about that, guess what we need to do?
that's right.
Doesn't matter if I'm in a Game Boy, Game Kid. Do
Yeah,
your
game
own
kid.
research.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just out here for fun. I mean, I don't actually live on a real island. It's all fake.
No,
So
I,
yeah, don't
I,
listen
live.
to us. We're just doing this
I,
for
I'm basically like the Matrix. I'm connected everywhere, but that's cool. All right.
fun.
Well, listen. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to share the screen, talk a little bit about CatBread. Pretty cool website, right? First
Yeah.
of all, when I saw CatBread and I saw Let's Get Baked, I was thinking of some other baked things.
Yeah, but you kind of that leads to wanting to eat some bread, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
Yeah, I believe it's called the Munchies. I believe.
Yes. Yes.
But CatBread is building the first ever NFT arcade. It's a deflationary token that is used as payment, and it has some unique rewards when it comes to NFTs that are awarded to those that are playing the arcade to have high scores, be able to actually play all that kind of stuff. They are on PancakeSwap. If you click here, it's going to take you straight to PancakeSwap, and it's going to allow you to import the token so you can purchase it through PancakeSwap. Now, when you're looking at the tokenomics, Brandon, that's a lot of comments. That's a quadrillion,
That
I
is a
believe.
quadrillion.
It's a
Yes.
quadrillion initial supply with an initial burn of 35%. And then from a tax perspective, they have 10% where they're redistributing 5% of that into static rewards, which is basically everybody gets the token, and the liquidity of 5%. And obviously, the max wallet side is $10 trillion. Now, I gotta
No.
tell you, Brandon, that I didn't find anything that, what I love about these guys is there's a purpose, there's an arcade behind it. I'm looking forward to see that.
Oh yeah.
That's the utility. But as you do some of the deep analysis, right? You and I talk a lot about how many clones of some of these alternate coins like SafeMoon are out there, right? Everybody
Yep.
likes to do this copy and paste, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you liked about it that you were like, this is kind of interesting, man?
Well, technically, what I thought was interesting was the max wallet size, which honestly is, I mean, it's a novelty. It's kind of cool. But with cryptocurrency, you just create another wallet. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So you're not really. I personally, I don't think you're gaining anything there. It's pretty cool though. It's implemented well within the contract, which is as you mentioned, is a Safe Moon clone. And the first line on there was it's an NFT arcade, and I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like, I love it. Like you can play online video games, and you use a token, a cryptocurrency token to insert your coin into to play the game, and then you can actually win tokens back, and you can get some NFTs out of it. I thought the idea is cool. I really hope that they follow through, and it's not any of these other crap ones out there where they have an awesome idea and then they just want to do a rug pull on you. But
Mm-hmm.
I hope this one really comes out. The code, as you mentioned, is pretty much what do we say, a Safe Moon clone, and so
I love it. I mean,
basically,
if you look at the screen, I like the CatBread. Like I like all that
yeah,
ASCII stuff. I know that you're good at that, but when I saw the code, I was like, "Man, look at these guys."
yeah. I mean, they took the time. Unlike well, those other ones that we won't mention, they well,
Mm.
I guess they didn't need to put forth the effort because they weren't really trying to do anything with it. These people did. They do have the max wallet size, which is 1%. That's actually built into the function of the contract itself. It's pretty cool. They actually do it around. They do it within the transfer function itself. So one thing, come on, like if you're gonna clone the contract, can you at least put take this out? Nobody knows what this is for. This was actually called out months ago. That's how there's little things in here that you can just tell this is a Safe Moon clone. That deliver
Hmm.
function is one of
Is
them.
that but you as a programmer that you are in this, this subject matter expert because you truly are, my friend. I mean that to me is kind of sloppy, and if I continue, because not a lot of people go through the contracts, I continue to see this, and I'm like, well, why did they not do it, right? So that's what I mean. What say you, man?
No, you're exactly right. It's like why take pride in your work, man. Like, come on.
Hmm.
It is absolutely is sloppy. It's one of those things. It's just like, why can't you take the time to do it? Like this, Uniswap V2 router. That's on Ethereum. This is
Hmm.
Binance Smart Chain. This is not. This is called Pancake Swap. It's not Uniswap.
Well,
Uh,
and we're not saying that the contract is bad. It's just that as you're creating the contract, take your time to make sure that you go and clean things up that you don't need. It makes your contract more efficient. I mean, at the end of the day, a contract is a
exactly.
program that is running, so make it more efficient.
Exactly. And I've seen some contracts out there that have really taken the time to do that, and they actually do, uh, you know, try to make it efficient and save you that gas. On Binance, we don't pay a lot of gas. On Ethereum, you're paying out the freaking ass for gas. So
Hmm.
with this, make it efficient. There are now better ways to do this. There's easier ways to pack in the data. This right here, it's kind of like this. Like this feature is a great idea. Max Wallet. It's got a really cool novelty to it. Because you can limit the size of the wallet that any one person can have, but you can have multiple wallets, but you're just making it inconvenient. But they did it at the beginning of the transfer, which means it's taken into account the full amount that you want to transfer instead of doing it at the end where all the taxes are taken out. So you might have someone that has a $1 billion or a billion tokens available, and you want to send them 1.1 billion. Well, 10% of that would come out of there, and it actually come out to 9.9 billion, and you would be able to, or zero point 0.9. I lost my math there, but you get the idea. At the end, it would come over. It would allow that transfer, but when you go to do it at the full amount, it would actually block that transfer. And it's just little things like that. You got to be, you're still keeping it under, that max wallet size, but you're not allowing that transfer to go through because you're checking that math at the wrong spot. It's just
No,
it's things like
I
that.
get I get it, and I know you're very passionate about it. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, I can tell you that I am going to buy this token. I see that there's a purpose on the arcade. I see that the team, when I look to the website, obviously they have all the typical channels that you can communicate with that team, whether it's Telegram, Twitter. They have a nice Medium page that describes a little bit into the details of tokenomics and obviously the ability to get the contract. And again, the website is catbread.club. So as you scroll, you are going to continue to find a lot of information. Brandon, you and I talked about a fraction of the redistributions are burned. Can you tell me, like in 30 seconds, why is that important? Because I believe it's important, and that's something that I typically haven't seen in a lot of these
Yeah.
contracts.
So when you have a portion of a pie and that pie gets smaller, but your piece stays the same, you actually get a larger portion of that smaller pie. So what happens here is every time there's a redistribution, the dead wallet or the burn wallet, it actually has dead at the end of the address, but it's typically known as the burn wallet,
Hmm.
gets some of that reflection. So what happens is out of every transaction, 5% of that goes to the reflections and 35% of that reflection actually gets burned. So that's that little bit of salt that you're adding in that just kind of enhances the flavor a little bit within the bread.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have a great roadmap going on. I any everything that I see on an alternative coin that gets me excited, I it's something that I am going to actually hodl myself in my personal wallet. So now, my friend, the time has come. It's past 11 minutes of this show, and we typically try to
Holy
do
cow.
10. So the question is, what are we going to give these guys? Do you think is one taco? I mean, I don't want you to get sick again. I don't want you to go to the hospital and be throwing up for bad tacos and
You
all that.
know,
So what do you think?
go big or go home. Let's go with 4. I think we want
Four
to go
it
with
is.
add a
Four.
little bit of toasty on the side too. That
Oh,
sounds good.
absolutely. Four it is. There it is. You have your four tacos. And if, guess what? Those four tacos, I don't want you to eat them, man. They're on the screen, but because last time you were good. Let's give you some Pepto Bismol. Yeah, smell them, right? Smells good.
Yeah,
Smells good.
smells good.
I like the
I'll have some
toasty
of
for
the
sure.
toast.
I like the toasty. So, team, as always, as we share all this information with you, follow us on Tokens and Tacos through Twitter. This is Enrique Barreto, El Presidente, also with the one and only B. We're going to call him B, even though I call him Brandon. So, with that, have a great day, everyone.
Have a good one.